towers of Broolena Sherb shimmered overhead, casting silver light upon the jungle-shrouded cliffs of N'thhybkj. Wind howled through the canopy, whispering the names of those who had failed the Rite. Rolem Cooleb, clutching a curved ember blade passed down from his grandfather, stood at the edge of the ritual stone path. He was bare-chested, his skin painted with the orange and black war marks of Clan Cooleb, and his breath came slow and focused. "Once you step into their webbed valley," whispered Elder Vush, eyes clouded with age and visions, "you face them alone. Return before dawn, or don't return at all." Rolem gave a solemn nod. His heart was steel. This was his destiny, the Rite of Fang and Flame. Only by surviving the hunt of the Spidermen could he earn his flame bind and take his place among Broolena Sherb's sacred protectors. Torch in hand, Rolem descended the mossy trail. He could already smell the damp venom sacs and fermented silk that filled the lowlands. N'thhybkj wasn't just a place, it was a living wound carved into the land, where ancient creatures spun dreams into traps and wove fear into the wind. The Spidermen were once human, so the stories went, but had merged with the spirit weavers of the shadow web to gain power. Now they hunted anyone foolish enough to enter their mist-veiled domain. Rolem's boots sank into the marshy earth as he crept forward. His torch flickered, throwing wild shadows across thorn trees and pale cocoons dangling from branches. He heard clicking, high-pitched and rhythmic, echoing in the distance. He was being watched. He ducked low as a blur streaked past, a Spider-Man, 8-limbed and bone-armored, its eyes glistening like obsidian pearls. It hissed and vanished into the trees. Rolem tightened his grip on the ember blade. He wasn't allowed to kill unless in defense. The Rite was about courage and cunning, not slaughter. He pressed onward deeper until he found a clearing carpeted with silk. There in the center hung a stone totem, scorched and marked with the sigil of flame. This was the trial mark. He knelt before it and began the flame chant. The words tasted like ash on his tongue. He invoked the spirit of Kur, the firebird of their clan, calling it to bear witness. The Spidermen didn't wait long. They dropped from the canopy, 6 of them, surrounding Rolem in a tightening circle. Their fangs glistened. One extended a clawed hand, beckoning him to run. But Rolem did not run. Instead, he drew a second torch from his pack, struck it to life against the totem, and flung it into the nearest web strand. The fire raced outward, cracking and splitting the silk canopy. Screeches erupted as the Spidermen scattered into the night. But one remained, the largest of them all, wearing a crown of thorns and dried web. This was the Brood King. Rolem stood tall. "I do not fear you," he said, raising his blade. The Brood King crept closer, then paused, clicking softly. To Rolem's surprise, it bowed. Then it vanished into the fog. When Rolem emerged from the jungle hours later, torch burned low and blade unsheathed. The elders waited silently. Elder Vush approached and pressed a flame seal to Rolem's chest. "By flame and fang," Vush intoned, "you are now one of us. The Spidermen have accepted you." Rolem stood in the glow of dawn, no longer a boy, but a warrior of Broolena Sherb. His rite of passage was complete.